What's going on, boys and girls? We're getting ready to go into 2025. And every year I make some chitlins. Now, this is a video about chitlins. If you don't like chitlins, don't watch this video because this is strictly about chitlins. So we're gonna make some chitlins. And I was listening to Chef Jeffrey on Old School Soul Food, and I started cooking my chitlins the way he does because he said it cuts down on the smell. Now, I don't care what nobody says. When you're taking out some chitlins, they're going to smell like intestines. I mean, that's just a given. That's what they are, and some people can't get past it. So even before I use Chef Jeffrey's recipe, the smell never bothered me. But now some people, they don't like the smell. But I did try his recipe last year, and he used some dressing, some Italian dressing in his chitlins, and it really did cut back the smell. But the main thing is it tenderized them. So we're going to do a recipe on that today. We're not going to go through the whole process of cleaning these chitlins. People clean chitlins totally different. We're using Aunt Bessie's chitlins, and we're using cousin, is it Uncle Lou? Are they related? Aunt Bessie and Cousin Lou or Cousin Cliff or something like that. And then we're going to use some royal hog maws. We'll show them to you. So we've got some royal cut up pork stomachs. So those are the hog maws. And Uncle Lou. It was Uncle Lou down there. And we got some Aunt Bessie's as well too. So they're not completely thawed out. So we're going to thaw them out and we're going to clean them. All right, guys. So now we're not trying to make a long video, but that's pretty much what the maws look like. They had more dirt and stuff on them than the actual chitlins did. Now, I've actually poured off one soaking of this water on these chitlins. Aunt Bessie's is known for clean chitlins, but I still go through each intestine and make sure that there's nothing on the inside. So, again, we'll come back here once they're nice and clean. All right, guys and gals. So I got the chitlins and the hog maws clean. Really, this stuff right here came mainly from the hog maws. The hog maws, they were kind of on the nasty side. The Uncle Lou's and the Aunt Bessie's was uniquely more cleaner than the Uncle Lou's. Uncle Lou's was more in pieces. Aunt Bessie's was more in whole parts of the intestinal tract. It looked like the large intestinal tract. But on the whole, both of the chitlins were both clean. The hog maws were a little bit more dirty. So but they're clean now. And so now we're gonna get our marinade or our Italian dressing, and we're going to soak these for 24 hours. It's about 7:39 Monday night here, so I'll start cooking chitlins at 8 o'clock tomorrow. All right, so I have the chitlins and the maws in a Ziploc bag. You can tell the difference between the chitlins and the maws. The maws are thicker. The chitlins are lighter. The maws are darker. So we're going to get our sauce and put it up there. Italian dressing. Now, guys, you don't really have to use a name brand Italian dressing. This is just Food Club Italian dressing. And the main reason you're wanting to use this is because of the vinegar in it. So we're going to shake that up, pour it on top, let it sit for 24 hours. Ooh, guys, I almost had a big time disaster. I had a cheaper brand of a bag. It wasn't a Ziploc bag. Now, these are Ziplocs. I know these are going to hold, which tells you they didn't hold. So thank God I had them in a bowl first. And so they burst inside the bowl. And so I just had to transfer them over to 2-gallon size bags right here. But they're still covered with the marinade, with the Italian dressing. I added a little bit more just to be on the safe side. So just to be on the safe side, we're going to probably put this in a bowl in case it decides to slip up and burst tonight or sometime during the day. All right, y'all. So these are chitlins that have been soaking in our Italian dressing overnight here. So we're going to go ahead and clean these things. We're going to separate them. Remember, I've got the maws in there and I've got the chitlins in there. We want to cook the maws first. So we're going to rinse these things off as much as we can. You're probably still going to have some Italian dressing on it, but you want to get it off as much as you can. And I'm not going to go through that whole process. We'll come back when it's done. We got the malls separated and we got the chitlins separated. We're going to cook the malls because they are nice and thick, y'all. So we're going to cook those first for about 2 hours. Going to put some seasoning in there with them as well, too. And then we're going to cook these for another 3 hours or so, or until they're tender. All right, so there we go. I had to add those onions there. This is what we're going to put in our hog maws. Well, now we're not going to put the onions in there until we do the chitlins, but we're going to put basically the seasoning is going to be the apple cider vinegar, the Louisiana hot sauce, the chicken broth. Now the chicken broth is totally up to you. You can just use regular water if you want to. And then we're going to use my special seasoning blend: it's salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, mustard powder, and paprika. And again, the chitlin seasoning, that's got some vinegar in it, guys. Sometimes I'll use it, sometimes I don't use it. So let's get these malls done first. All right, let's add our hog malls. Going to give them a nice little stir here. Now we're going to have to add more to this too, y'all, because we want that to be covered. We're going to put a little bit of vinegar in here. Now vinegar, again, some people use it, some people don't. I love it in my chitlins. That was probably about 3 or 4 tablespoons full. We're going to put a lot of spice in here. And this is going to really absorb all of this spice, y'all. This is probably at least a teaspoonful here. I'll do a little bit of slap your mama. We don't really need to do that right now. And that's all we're going to put in there for right now. Put a lid on it, bring it up to a boil, and then we're going to simmer it for a couple of hours. Alrighty, it's been about 2 hours, y'all. Trying to get my camera situated here. Been about 2 hours here. Gonna give those a look here. I know they're not going to be ready. Know that for a fact. But we want to see how tender they are. If I can find my little fork here. Like I said, they're not going to be ready yet. They're definitely more tender than, see, it goes through them real easily, but not easy enough. But by the time we finish cooking the chitlins in here with them, they will be. But right now they're not quite ready. But we're going to go ahead and add chitlins in there. So we're going to go ahead and put our onions in here now, y'all. This is just going to give it a little bit of flavor. If we can get our onions out of the bag. The onion smells so doggone good. Now my mom, I don't think she used to put onions in her chitlins, but it really does bring out that flavor, y'all. And there's something about the sweetness of it that makes it a little bit different as well. And we're going to get the chitlins out here. Okay. And what we'll do so that we don't make a big splash here is we'll just kind of take them out this way right here. And we're going to make sure that all our liquid is at least on top of that. These are going to cook for about 3 hours or so, y'all. I'm going to come check on them in about 2 hours. Well, I'm going to come check on them in about an hour and a half. Because I got to bring this back to a boil here. Going to have to give it a taste here in a little bit as well, too. But ain't nothing like cooking chitlins, y'all. Ain't nothing like cooking chitlins. All right, guys. So it's been about 2 hours that I've had, no, 3 hours. 3 hours that I had them in here. And they are done. They're nice and tender. The malls are done. So it took about 5 hours total for, and really we still got a few more minutes before it's actually 5 hours. So they came out good. The seasoning is good with them. Hope you enjoyed this video. We got to taste it. You know I got to show you me eating them. All right, guys, we're gonna show you this here. I can't hold it up because I'm gonna make a mess if I do, but I'll show you the maul, which the maul is a lot long. It takes a lot longer. You can tell that it's kind of thicker. Nice and tender. So tender. Guys, the only thing I put on these chitlins, these malls, I put my seasoning sauce, salt, and I put some hot sauce on them. Now, I'm gonna get a chitlin too. That mall is good. Here's a chitlin. Oh God, this is gonna be so good. My mouth is watering. So tender. That's what counts, is it being tender. You know, the ones that Aunt Bessie made, they probably made them so you could buy them and finish cooking them, and you can eat them like that. Because I guess some people like to eat theirs kind of chewy. I like to eat mine tender. These are tender, guys. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna finish eating my chitlins. Like, share, comment on the video. Hit that little notification button so that you can see more of my videos when they come up. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know how you cook your chitlins. And y'all have a happy new year. I'm gonna eat me another piece of mall before I let y'all go, because hog malls are just so good, y'all. So good. Peace. Alrighty, y'all. Everything's put together. We got some chitlins, some collard greens, some black-eyed peas, some homemade cornbread. This is an all homemade meal. Hope you guys have a great 2025. Like, share, comment on the video if you want to. Hit that thumbs up, sends the little notification out for the algorithm to make more people be aware of my videos. So y'all have a great day. Peace.